Good morning. Today is 1:30 of 25, and I am back with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. My name is Christy, if you're new here, and I started this journey back in June of 2024. I feel so much better now than I did at that time. I have tons and tons and tons of energy. My skin is clear, my hair is great. Like, I just feel great all around. So I eat high protein, moderate fat, low carbs. That's how I make sure that my body is getting what it needs in order to like build itself up, protect itself, maintain all of my functions, things like that. That's why I don't eat high fat. I eat moderate fat. So this morning, if you watched my video from yesterday, I had some almond flour in my uh, oatmeal in the morning um, because I was testing to see if I am sensitive to it, because I kind of feel like I am. And I did get like cramping with after that meal. But I don't know. I mean, it could be. I mean, I had a quarter of an apple. I haven't had an apple in forever, right? Like, I'm not exactly sure what it was. Or it could be that it was the first thing I ate and for some reason it upset me, but maybe it'll be fine later in the day. So I do still have some of that oatmeal left over. I am going to try it again. I don't know, maybe tomorrow or something, but I'm going to try it as not my first meal and see what happens with that. And then maybe I'll have to try some almond flour and something else if it still causes me problems, like in the afternoon. So this morning I'm also having oatmeal, but this is a different oatmeal. This is it's supposed to be like a caramel oatmeal with peanut butter, but it really tastes mostly like peanut butter, which is fine. It's good. It just kind of wasn't really what I was kind of looking for when I first made it. So anyway, so I'm gonna have this, and I am going to top it with some blackberry jam that I made a few days ago, and I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm gonna put it in here because it tastes so much like peanut butter. So it's like gonna have peanut butter and jelly, right? It's gonna be great. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna eat, and then I also have two Amy Lou andouille sausages. I love these things. So this is very clean ingredients. You can keep it in the fridge for quite a while, or the freezer, for even longer, right? But very, very clean ingredients. And like each sausage is like individually packaged like a cheese stick, right? So I can just take one out of the fridge or the freezer and, use it. And then I don't have them like sitting open and then they, might go to waste sooner. So they stay packaged up for a long time. In my coffee, I normally will have protein powder, but I'm not going to this morning just because of what I have planned. I'm not going to need protein powder. But I did bump up the amount of milk that I put in. So I normally only put in a half cup of my Fairlife whole milk, but this morning I put in a cup because I don't have any protein powder in here. Like, this is my favorite way to have coffee. Like, the flavor of it is the best to me when I have 2 shots of espresso and a whole cup of Fairlife milk. So that's what I wanted to do today. And I am sensitive to fructose. I'm pretty sure, just in some testing that I've done. When I go to a coffee shop and I get one of their coffees and I get their whole milk, it can upset my stomach. If I have like a lot of cottage cheese, it can kind of upset my stomach. I know cottage cheese is lower in lactose, but like if I eat too much of it, I get an upset stomach. So I was kind of trying to keep it to half a cup because of the lactose, but I found out this is lactose free. Yay! So I get to have a whole cup. I'm super excited about that. It is 2:45. I realized that I didn't tell you what time I ate earlier this morning. It was quarter after 10 when I started the video. I probably ate about 10:30. I'm not hungry. I did an hour of zone 2 cardio, and then I did like an hour and 15 minutes of strength training. It was full body. It was a really good workout. I did supersets. So that means that I would do a set of something, and instead of just resting, I would do a set of something else to give a break to the muscles that I had just done a set of, which is why you're supposed to have a break, but not lowering my heart rate. So my heart rate stayed up in that zone 3, like the whole time that I was that I was doing my strength training. Right now, I am going to prepare a ceviche that, because I'm going to have more chicken enchilada soup. I'll leave a link to me making that in the description below. But I have that left over. I'm going to have it, but I need to bump up my protein some. Plus, it just sounds delicious. So I'm going to use some shrimp ceviche as like a topping for that. And so that's what I'm making right now. So over on my stovetop here, I have my shrimp. It's 8 ounces of shrimp. I'm not going to use all 8 ounces today. I'll use 4 ounces today. And then tomorrow when I have the dish again, I'll use the other 4 ounces. But that's why I'm cooking up 8 ounces. And then I'm going to do a bit of chopping. And then I'll just get everything in a bowl here. So I'm going to start with my avocado. I hope that it is good. It's so hard to tell with avocados. I mean, I know you can press and all that stuff. This one actually is beautiful. That's great. And I am going to use the whole avocado because, like I said, I'm actually going to use this as like 2 servings. So 1/2 will be for today and 1/2 will be for mañana. I'm just going to dice it up here. And this is probably actually not the bowl that I wanted. And I probably want to put it in the bowl that I'm going to store it in. So I think that will hold it all. All right. Get these turned. Shrimp really don't take very long to cook. And it's just cooking in the liquid that was in the bag of shrimp. If they were a bit drier, I would cook them in some bone broth. But I didn't really need to do that today. Okay, and then dice up my second one. Oh, I want to get some onion out too. All right, my shrimp is done. I'm going to go ahead and get my avocado into my bowl and just kind of let my shrimp sit there until I'm ready for it, because I do want to kind of chop that up too. But I want it to be cooler. All right, and then I'm just going to, I've got some minced garlic here, which is, not fresh garlic, which would be the best, but it's just, I don't have any. So I'm just going to give a squeeze of that in there. And red onion would be ideal, but I don't have any red onion either. So I'm just going to use a yellow onion that I do have available. I do want to cut this kind of small. Just I want it to be able to kind of get all over and not have a big bite of onion. I want it to be able to spread out a little more. So I'll put that in. And then I've got one Roma tomato left, and it's pretty sad looking. But we'll get it used up. Okay, and then my shrimp, which I'm going to do in stages or batches, just because I got such a small cutting board out. Silly me. And then I will add some salt and pepper and some, if I have some lime juice, I want to add that, but if I don't, I'll just add some lemon juice. I did add salt and pepper to the shrimp because I make sure to season every layer, as Alton Brown says to do. Okay, so I'm going to stir this up a little because I've already got salt and pepper on my shrimp, so I kind of want to make sure it's getting on everything else. A little bit of pepper, and I'll add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I added a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to the shrimp when I cooked it. So each serving will have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then I don't have any real lime juice, so I'm just going to use my bottle lime juice. And get that all mixed together. And then I'll just stick this in my fridge until I am ready to eat. So my plan right now is I want to do some endurance training. Today is kind of the day where I almost get to do what I want to do, and this is what I want to do. So my plan is to do some endurance training because that's kind of like a goal that I have for myself, is to like increase my endurance. So I'm going to go do that. I hope to do it for 20 minutes. We'll see what happens, I guess. I'll go as long as I can. My goal right now is to just be able to do 20 minutes. I want to work my way up to being able to do an hour at zone 4, but I know I'm not there yet. I haven't even really tested where I am, so I don't actually know where I am. But that's my goal for today, is to try to get to 20 minutes. Okay, so I made it 10 minutes, 30 seconds. So not the 20 minutes that I kind of thought that I could do, but I have done a lot today, so I don't really know if that's my baseline. I'll have to try it again sometime when maybe I've just done like some zone 2 cardio and then try and do some zone 4, but not all of the strength training and stuff that I did today. So I did about 10 minutes, 30 seconds of that, and then I did just probably, I like 20 to 30 minutes of zone 3 cardio, just like I really just as a way to kind of like wind myself down, and then kind of just let it go less and less and less. And now it is 4 o'clock and I am ready to eat. So I have got my big bowl of chicken enchilada soup. Super excited to have this. And then I have my ceviche that I'm just going to put right on top. And I think my bowl is going to overflow. Oh no. Amazing. I ended up with not quite 1,400 calories today. My protein is 147. That's great, especially because I worked so hard today. My net carbs are 22. My fat is about 66, and my sodium is 5,200. I was adding salt to my water bottle. Every time I refilled it, I added an eighth of a teaspoon of salt. And I did have 2 body armors today too. So that's part of why that's so high. And it's really just because I was kind of sweating my butt off today. So that's, I just wanted to make sure that I was replenishing myself. I will add another eighth of a teaspoon of salt to my water, like as I continue to refill my water bottle tonight, just to make sure that, my sodium levels are staying where I need them to be. So I had a pretty great day today. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.